But right now, we want to get to day 2 of jury selection underway in the trial of the man accused of trying to assassinate President Trump at his Florida golf course last year. The 59-year-old construction worker is representing himself and has pleaded not guilty to 5 criminal charges that risk sending him to prison for life. Now he and prosecutors are trying to pick the jury, and opening statements could begin as soon as tomorrow. Chief investigative correspondent Aaron Katersky and legal contributor Brian Buckmeyer have more on that story. So, Aaron, day 2 of jury selection, what's the latest?
They're going through the list of prospective jurors. Ryan Routh says he wants to call at least 7 of them. Those are his early challenges. Prosecutors have already eliminated more than that, but the ultimate goal is just to get to the 12 who are going to judge whether Ryan Routh tried to assassinate President Trump on the golf course as alleged by federal prosecutors, potentially putting him away for life.
Brian, this defendant's not a lawyer, but he's representing himself anyway. How do you think he's doing so far in the jury selection process?
Well, in this process, we're just getting people gone for what's called for-cause challenges, and he doesn't seem to be challenging many of the jurors that the government is getting rid of. So we haven't really seen his legal savvy, so to speak, just yet. But in looking at his filings and asking for things like trial by golf with the president, I can't say he's going to pass the bar anytime soon.
Aaron, testimony isn't expected to start until later in the week, but it sounds like he's already having some issues with prospective witnesses. What's happening there?
The judge has put limits on who Ryan Routh can call in his defense. He wanted to call politically charged witnesses, I think, to try and get the jury maybe angry at President Trump, see things his way. The judge is not going to allow the trial to devolve into what she has called controlled chaos, and so she has put limits. She's going to allow Routh to call friends and family as character witnesses, but that's about it.
Brian, this is a tough case, even for an experienced lawyer. How do you expect this defendant to try to raise reasonable doubt once we start getting into opening statements and testimony?
I don't even think that the shooter is looking to, or the alleged shooter, sorry, is looking, or not even shoot. Sorry, I don't think the defendant, let's put it that way, is looking to try to raise reasonable doubt. I think what we've seen here is he's trying to suggest and empower the jury with this concept that they can do jury nullification. The idea and the concept that even though all the elements of the crime are made out, that if the jury feels so strongly against the alleged charges against the individual, they can still vote not guilty. That's something the judge has seen through in some of his arguments, and has kind of, as Aaron has pointed out, not allowed him to present either arguments or witnesses to make that argument of jury nullification. So I don't see how he's going to walk the tightrope to try to get this case dismissed.
Aaron Katersky, Brian Buckmeyer, thank you both.